all for being here. And today we dedicate a new building and a new future for the city of Jonesboro. And I just want to thank everybody for being here and all the work that went into this. And to kick this off, now without further ado, Mayor Harold Parent.
Okay, thank you very much. Boy, it's a long time ago. I can remember at the city council when Sam Hummelstein and Flo Jones and many from the chamber started talking about public transit. And today you're in over $1 million facility that I wish, again, I'm sure they're seeing today at this deal. And it's just an indication of how the demand for public transit has increased dramatically over this city in the last few years. In fact, I think I'm correct on this, but last year we had almost over 100,000 ridership, which is absolutely unbelievable in this city, and I think it's going to continue to grow. I'll be very brief because I know everyone's got to get back to their place of employment, and but I'll just say a couple of things. One, again, this building is a sign of our continued commitment, and I know that Fritz is going to talk about a new thing that we're going to kick off too. But also, I think the architect, who I think did a great job in design of this facility. I know we had our days that we discussed things, and that's just part of it. The other thing is a Bailey construction company that did this job. We were down here last night at 8:30. We were putting grass, washing windows, and washing all sidewalls. But again, they did a great job on this building. So I just want to say again, thanks very much for you all helping support our public transit system. And I firmly believe that 100,000 is dramatically going to increase in the future for our people. It's something that has been needed in Jonesboro, and it was visionary people like Flo and Sam and others that knew that we needed this for our citizens. And you can talk about economic development, you can talk about a lot of things, they all go hand in hand. But the key to the whole thing, folks, is those people who step on that bus to take that ride to where they're going to their destination, and we want to make sure that it's there for them, it's clean, it's safe, and they got a great place to do that. And I think you can see today that this is absolutely incredible facility. So again, thank you very much. I do want to say one thing when we get ready to cut the ribbon. I've got to say this because you may have missed it out here, but I have my daughter Melissa with me and her son, my grandson Jackson. Jackson and I ride around a lot at night and check out all the jobs that's going on. And he's been sitting in that seat back there and saying, well, I didn't do too much today. Or, well, I think it's coming. Well, we might make time. And so I said, Jackson, would you just help me cut that ribbon today? And he said, yep. So he's going to be here with me today, and it just shows, again, the youth of our city and that. And Jackson, I appreciate you helping me do this, buddy, and we'll do it in just a few minutes, okay? Thank you very much.
We all know that Jonesboro and Arkansas State University enjoy a very close relationship, and that also proves true with our transit system. Dr. Rick Strickland.
Thank you, Fritz. I had a pretty long speech I had here because I knew brevity would be a very important factor. One of the things that I've always learned about a project that's most significant is somewheres deep down in the trenches of it, there is usually a people or a person who's very intricate into the detail of it. And I think that the mayor's done a great job of recognizing the people who have had the vision to pull something like this together. But not only because it's his birthday, I'd like to give Steve Ewart a round of applause. You know, some people at some age will do anything, just get a group together for the birthday. What the heck, you go build a building, what's next year, But and I say that because I remember, I don't know, it's been 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, however many years ago, sitting in a committee and Steve was working, and this whole transit thing it wasn't even on the paper, and finally, as we see this thing, it's unfolding. But what's more important to us at Arkansas State University is the fact that if you go out here, there's a railroad track makes it a little difficult. We have an overpass, which is very helpful to us. But students who come from different parts of the world, over 75 countries that they come to, and many of the students who come, they don't have transportation. And so being able to connect this community across the railroad track to the greater Jonesboro is very important, it's very significant to us. And for us, it's really the future has no end to it for us. We see this as something that's most significant, and the talent that we have and the people here that we have to share with this community within the university and the fabric of what we have here is really great. So I compliment to the good work of the city, to the mayor and the leadership, and we thank you.
I think we all understand that getting people from one place to another is a key component of the economic vitality of any community and how they get from one place to another. And the public transit system in Jonesboro plays a significant part of that. And to talk about our economic perspective today is Mark Young, President of the Regional Chamber of Commerce, Jonesboro.
Thank you, Fritz. It's my privilege to be here today. What a great day and what a great facility. I want to do two things today. One is to talk a little bit about the impact of not this facility, but about the services that JETS provides. And then secondly, I want to say thank you as the previous people have done as well. As Fritz said, this is about connecting people. And if you think about what transportation in this service does, it really enhances the quality of life in our community. Because when you think about the service that it provides, it connects people to jobs, very important in terms of what all of us are about and what all of us do to help stimulate our economy and grow the economy. It connects people to education through Arkansas State University. Dr. Stripling mentioned that as well. It connects people to health care and that quality of life that all of us want and need to enjoy. So when we think about JETS and we think about this facility, it's not just about the building. It's about the people who make it happen. It's about the services that they provide. And it's about making our community and our region a better place to live. So with that, I want to say thank you as well to the mayor, the city council. I want to thank the advisory group for JETS. This all started years and years and years ago, prior to my arrival here, with volunteers seeing a need in our community and taking their time to make a difference in Jonesboro, Arkansas, and the region. So thank you to that advisory committee for all that you do. And then last but not least, I also want to say thank you to Steve Ewart. He does a phenomenal job with the organization. And Steve, I thank you for all that you do for our community. So thank you very much.
A transit system is not just a collection of buses and places and stops and things like that. A transit system is about people, and there is a citizen advisory board that plays a significant role in the JET experience for everyone in Jonesboro. It is made up of volunteers who give of their time, who understand what a transit system needs to be in a community. And the chair of that Citizens Advisory Board is here today, Mr. Roger McKinney.
As Fritz said, my name is Roger McKinney. I'm this year's chairman for the JETS Advisory Board. On behalf of the City of Jonesboro, the JETS organization, and others who believe public transportation is vital to the future of this community and surrounding area. There are several reasons why public transportation is a critical building block for economic development. JETS is one of the safest and most economical means of public transportation within the City of Jonesboro. It provides service for the young, the elderly, as well as our citizens with disabilities. For many, it is an affordable way to travel to places of work, shopping centers, as well as hospital and other medical facilities. It also provides transportation for ASU students who do not have transportation. Finally, here in Jonesboro, more investment in public transportation can mean more jobs for our people, more sales for our business, and better quality of life for everyone. Thank you.
As many of you know, I have not lived in Jonesboro very long, and very quickly after I came over here and became a part of the city administration, Mr. Ewart came to me and asked me to take a look at a couple of things. He told me what was happening with this facility, and he said, "This is the start of something new, and can you help us?" And I said, "Absolutely, I would love to." And we had several conversations over many weeks. And so what you have seen, and if you may have noticed up here on the monitors, something that looks a little different. Today, we're not just dedicating a new building, we're dedicating a new jet. We are going to be introducing in the next few weeks different ways to interact with the service and different ways that jet is going to help provide services to the community. And to support a new jet and a new future, we've redesigned the look, we've redesigned the name, and we've redesigned the message of jet. In the next few days, you'll see bus stop signs going up all over the city. We incorporated the best practices of modern transit systems that we looked at all over the country and developed signs that are unique, informative, and easy to read. We're also introducing a new name. As you might have noticed, several of the people that have been speaking today have not said jets. We've said jet. And it seems like it's a very small change to drop that last S, but it takes this transit system into a new era. And there's no one better to tell us more about what the future holds for jet than the transit director of the City of Jonesboro, Mr. Steve Ewart.
Thank you all very much. 2,000 years ago, a very famous Roman historian named Tacitus said something that John Kennedy later repeated. Victory has 100 fathers and defeats an orphan child. And this is a victory. And it has more than 100 fathers. We go back to a period where we met to discuss welfare work back in the late 1990s, sitting around tables and trying to figure out how you impact the community in a very positive way, and it was it was a no-brainer. How do people do it in other cities that are growing like Jonesboro? And we began to do our homework, and a committee was formed, and there's several members here that were on that committee that worked for 3 or 4 years to do the best we could to find the best answers that were working in other places and see how they could translate in Jonesboro. I see people like Kevin Hodges, and I know LM's here, and I know I saw Wanda Vaughn a few minutes ago. These are, you talk about heroes, because it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. There's a lot of headwinds. Change is difficult for a lot. The chamber got on real quick. Henry Jones and Kerry White were instrumental. Several chairs of the chamber. Again, I know Philip Jones I saw walk in, and Marilyn Hummelstein, and I remember John Freeman. Again, it wasn't always popular to take the positions that we were taking, and trying to help this community become what it needed to become as far as the future is concerned. I came here almost 50 years ago, when this was almost in the country. May you remember that? Remember the cows were right up here in the pasture? And the path that was in the grass wasn't because people, it was probably cows that really made those paths. This was out this now is in the center of the city, literally in the center of the city. And we have to realize that Jonesboro is going to grow and become urban one way or the other. It will make plans, it will build infrastructure, it will prepare for those challenges that urbanity brings, or the default is not something we want to experience. It's just not that way, is it, Judge? Lee Hummelstein. Flo Jones was a lot more diplomatic than Lee. Sam, I'm sorry, but you know how your dad was. And I'm going to say this because it's true. When he sat around one time and he said, "Damn it, we got to do this." And he had creds. Flo Jones had creds. They had the ability to say tough things to an audience, and people listened because they had proved that they knew what they were talking about. And them, along with the city council, that believed what experts said about where Jonesboro was going. Mayor Doug Foreman, Mayor Harold Perrin, stood some tough stands to do the things that had to be done. To bring jets into existence, we've got a staff of some 21 very qualified people who bust their rears every day to make this city a better place. Jesse McFarland's in the back representing them. Mike Black's here representing them. Men who daily, and women who daily, really make this city be more functional because they help people get to work and get to those places that we talked about. That's all the past. What we got to do is talk about the future, because this is not the end. This is not something that we've done that we're going to come and celebrate on this day and say, oh boy, look what we've done. This is something that we're going to, by golly say, we're going to go forward with it. We're going to build overpasses back into the campus dock strip. That's going to happen. We're going to use this in that functional way. Certainly thanks to Cromwell and all the work they did. Bottom line to John, one of the most important things I said to John was, by golly, we want a building we want to build something that's functional. Functional means safe and secure, as well as it gets buses around the circle, and it's an icon. It makes a statement about who this community is and where it's going. John, you did a good job, and Kevin. Kevin, Lee, Mike, y'all built a heck of a building. It's a tough job. It was a tough job. It's a complex job. And y'all had all the time in the world to complete it. Now, that again, it was fantastic. It was a fantastic thing. So what we want to do is we want you to realize this is your building. This is your building. We work with HTD, Donnie and Bill Ryan. We work with them to do a lot of projects, and we'll continue to work with them. And we're going to continue to ask for some supplemental monies. We're going to continue to do the things this community has to do. I came here 50 years ago, and there were people like Frierson, people like Stuck, people like Jolly, people like, you know who I'm talking about, that were the folks that gave us the ability to have advantages and a future that no other city in East Arkansas had. They gave us that opportunity. They had a plan. They worked a plan. It gave us a chance to be what Jonesboro is. But folks, it's on our back now. We're the ones that have to be the shoulders that people stand on to go forward. It's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. And this community will have to continue to change. The university's going to grow. That DO school is a game changer. This community's going to grow. And we've got, the folks in this room are going to be the folks that make it happen, Judge. They're going to make it happen. Or not. Or not. City of Jonesboro is a wonderful team. The team built this building. A team made this thing come into it. Bailey did a great job. Cromwell did a great job. But folks, if you can have been here in the last couple of weeks and saw everything come together. Craig's been a part of the project, engineering, been a part of it from the get-go. MPO has been a part from the get-go. Eric's been in planning since day one. There's not a department at City Hall that hasn't worked to make JET be what it is. And you need to thank them because they have other jobs to do. When Eric's up on a ladder yesterday afternoon, he had other things he could have done, and we appreciate that. So I'll get out of here. Everybody give themselves a hand because you've done what needs to be done. Thank you all very much. If you ever have a question, a suggestion, call me. If you've got something nice to say, call the mayor. Thank y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again very much for being here. Mandy Cook and the Goodwill Ambassadors of the Jonesboro Regional Chamber of Commerce will help us cut the ribbon on the new future of JET.